What up, YouTube fam? It's April G Showers back at y'all with another episode of An Hour with April G Showers. We got some Mod Savage in the building.
Here, how you doing? How you doing?
Good with
Skud with it.
it. I would have worn my Good with it t-shirt, but it's actually dirty because I just wore it the other day. So,
It's okay. My fans got it every time you do wear it. So thank you.
You're welcome. So first off, I do want to say thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to allow me to interview you. It's an honor and I'm very grateful. So I appreciate that.
Oh no, don't even worry about it. I appreciate you having me, you know?
And I'm really excited. So I forgot to do it with my last interview, but I'm not going to forget this time, y'all. So, all right, y'all, April G Squad, fist bump. Love y'all. All right, let's get it. All right, first question, Samad, is just tell me a little bit about your background, like your age, where you're from, family, school, whatever you're comfortable sharing.
Hmm. My background is a fake brick wall, nice curtains. Nah, I am Samad Savage and I come from Montclair, a pretty good town, pretty much suburbs. But I also spent a lot of my childhood in East Orange and Newark. So I would like to say I'm from Essex. But
New Jersey, right?
yeah. I don't even know what to say about myself. I'm so terrible at talking about
How
myself.
how old are you?
I'm 25 years old.
25.
Uh,
And you're married.
yes, I am.
Yes, beautiful wife. And then you graduated school. Did you go to college or?
I went to college for a semester, but I couldn't afford it. I was gonna say it
Yeah.
wasn't bad. I just couldn't afford it.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Have you always known you wanted to be a music artist, producer? If not, when did you know? And if not, what did you like as a kid want to be? Or
Hmm. Um, I have always wanted to be well, I don't want to say always wanted to be a musician, but I've always had my head in musical things. My mother always loves to tell this story about when I was like 2 years old. There was a Tupac record playing, no, it might have been DMX. I think it was DMX record playing in the car, but she had the CD and we were listening to it on the radio. And like she said, 2-year-old me was like, nah, this isn't the right version of the song. Something's missing. Even at that young age, I could tell like the difference between a clean version and not clean.
wow, wow.
Yep. My mom also said when I was about like 3, I went into my godmother's house and my godmother's brother had a baby and she was like a baby, like a couple of months in the carriage. And I walked into the house, I walked up to her and said, "Where my dogs at?"
Man,
But,
R.I.P.
mm,
DMX, man.
yeah, RIP DMX, man.
Legend, legend. Um, have you ever thought about reacting? Because you,
Uh,
you know a lot of artists, do both on the YouTube platform. So I just
well, I mean, I think that's the one thing that separates me from being an actual YouTube rapper. Not that I'm like trying to like run from it or anything like that. Call me whatever you wish. But a lot of people who say like, "Oh, Samad's a YouTube rapper," I feel like it's unfair for the people who like actually capitalize off of this platform, who do more than just rap on YouTube, such as Crypt, Quedeca, like the real content creators. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of use YouTube like I use any other platform.
right, right.
Most of my listeners are on Spotify, so I you could call me like a Spotify rapper if you want.
You're a rapper. To
Mhm.
me, it's all the same. Maybe you know. Um, and I don't like it when people think, when someone says YouTube rapper, that it's like less than any other type of rapper, because it's not
Yeah,
at all. It's,
you give it a platform. It doesn't make any sense.
what are your thoughts on reactions?
I'm
Um,
honestly sick of reactors thinking they know it all and thinking that they can just listen to my music and know what I'm talking about. No, I'm joking. I love.
with their 2 hour damn break.
How dare you pause my song? No, I, I love reactors and I appreciate them to the fullest because I feel like I would not be exactly where I'm at without them. There's so many people who just like brought me to another level and have brought me to many different audiences. You know, shout out to you, Holla at Crazy, King Blitz as a rapper and reactor, definitely Crypt as a rapper and reactor. Shout out to also Intensified Charts for also putting underground artists on his platform.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily a reactor, like he helped me with that.
Yeah, Intensify goes live though and reviews, live. They've actually reviewed a
Yeah.
couple of my things live. I really like them a lot.
Mm.
Because
Well, this
there's
is
usually
a promotion, but I'm gonna be on his reaction thing Saturday.
awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Um, what do you think about the long bar breakdowns of your songs? Like, are you like, oh God, like be honest, because I, as
Yeah,
a
I love it.
reactor, really, especially talking to someone who doesn't react,
Mhm.
I am very interested in knowing what people who don't react think of, people who do the thorough bar breakdowns and things like that.
Well,
So,
it depends on the video. Like when you reacted to my the High Kanye track, I watched that entire video and I think it was like 2 hours long.
mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it for me depends on like how fast moving it is. Because it's not that I'm impatient. It's just that I have so much stuff that I have to do. Like a lot of people are independent artists. I am truly an independent artist. I don't have a label. I don't have a manager. I'm handling all my stuff. Only thing I have is a lawyer.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nia Rasul's amazing lawyer. But yeah, so I just I don't have the time that I wish that I did have, you know?
But like, do you appreciate that when people break your songs down like that, or
Get it to the fullest. Yes, 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 yes.
okay?
I love that.
I just am always curious,
Mhm.
like what artists think, because there are reactors that don't really do the breakdown, and then there are the bar breakdown channels like my channel,
Yeah.
and I'm trying my best to get better to not do such long reactions, because I do know people don't have that kind of time and
I
a lot
think
and
it's
attention span.
I think it's
Um,
worth it. I think you should continue to do long reactions, but I just think that you need to hire somebody to edit them. Anybody
yeah,
that has like free time and access to a computer, like a kid or something that's just looking for any kind of opportunity, I feel like you should just pay them like I don't know, like $20 per video because I feel like if somebody were to edit your videos, it would increase the popularity uh
right.
of your channel. It would make it more than just another reactor breaking down to something. It would be a new kind of delivery and stuff. I'm all about innovation.
I understand. I don't have the, extra money to do, if I had the extra money, I would definitely have better quality
Mm.
things, which
At time I'll do it for you.
you, I'm slowly though getting better things, like I have a better webcam now. I have the OBS set up now instead of the others. So it's slowly but surely growing,
Yeah.
in God's time. So that's how I look at it. And see, that's another thing. Like the computer I have is really old. So every editing software that I've tried is incompatible. It doesn't, and anytime I try to edit, it'll say error. and I could just upload the interview as is and not put the title and our names on the screen, but I want it to look good for my audience, as good as I can make it look, with
Yeah,
what I have.
that is way too ridiculous of a process. What kind of computer do you have?
It's a HP
Oh,
um
is it a desktop or a?
desktop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was my big brother's that passed away, and he passed it down to me. He's had it for a long time. um I'm not sure even how old it is, but it's an older computer. So, but I'm just grateful to have one because I could not even have what I have. So,
You know what you should do?
huh?
You know what you should do?
What?
You should run a. You should do a performance fundraiser. Um, and I think that if you did a performance fundraiser and had different people that you know come in because you have a lot of friends in the YouTube community and perform, in order to raise funds for it, and share the link out and whatnot. I think by the end of that stream, you could save up for a new M1 chip Mac. Um,
See, I know nothing about technology.
I'll 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 tell you the one that you should get specifically. It just came out. I'll give you more information on that after the interview. But I would definitely perform in that. I'm not. I shouldn't
Thank you.
volunteer for artists that I know, but it's artists too. So many artists that that would help for that cause. Even if we're all independent and don't have the money to just give to you, we could at least bring our audience and fundraise for that, because I just feel like you definitely have the potential to be one of the top reactors. You just need a better setup.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. I'm um I'm always hesitant about asking for help because I've had so much hate over it.
There's 7 billion people in the world, and only I bet about at least half, maybe a third of them has internet. So a third of 7 billion would be about 2 point something billion people that you still have the opportunity to not only turn into your friends but your supporters. And it's just, there's always going to be negative people, there's always going to be people who have hate trains and whatnot, but you gotta keep going and think about where you're going to be. It, it it's it's not even about being made fun of and whatnot, but it's about being humble enough to be like, yo, I have a dream. Who's willing to fund this dream? That's even what being an artist is about. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So I would continue to do that. Who cares what anybody says? I'm gonna tell you, like my mom told me, whenever anybody has an issue with me, fuck them.
Yeah, it's their problem, not mine.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm
But you
just,
said that you said that in your rap on what was that, on the Biggie, I mean the Tupac track.
I don't know. I said it in one of them, though.
Hmm. Yeah, who cares about the haters, man? We don't even give them energy over here.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just always hesitant to ask for help. I don't
Hey,
know.
I mean, you gotta ask yourself what you've always done and where has it gotten you. Sometimes you gotta take risks. But as I said, I would help you promote it and ask some of my friends to perform in it and whatnot. Just do like an hour long stream. I'm so sure you will reach a goal. Like I'm almost 100% sure.
That's a really, really great idea. All right. So the next question is your music background. Do you play instruments? Does anyone in your family do music besides you?
I was actually just talking to this kid earlier that produces, and he's been classically trained in violin since he was like, I think he said like 13.
Wow.
It's like, yo, I've been producing since I was 8, and I'm still like slightly learning the keys. Like I'm not anywhere that I want to be right now with it. But my understanding of music, I think, is where I really shine. I'm really good at organizing things.
Your ear.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, what are your hobbies besides
Oh.
music?
um, gaming. Uh,
What do you play?
a lot of different games. None of them are really popular. Well, I mean, they're popular, but not like, stuff that everybody streams and stuff. Like what you call it? Um, what is the name of that game? God of War, Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil, Uncharted. A lot of like single player games. I did just download the new version of Grand Theft Auto though. Can't wait to see what that's about.
Oh, there's a new version of it.
Yep, yep, yep.
I didn't know that. I don't do too much gaming. I'm old school with the games because I'm 41, so I like all the old school games. My son's a gamer, so he loves Minecraft, which I hate that. I don't understand that game at all. But
Man.
um, so just pretty much gaming and music.
Uh-huh.
What are some of your pet peeves?
Um, I would say my pet peeves are mouth breathers, like people who don't have a reason to breathe through their mouths, but always it's just like, you know. That's
I love
a pet
hearing
peeve.
people's pet peeves. It's so funny.
um, what else? Uh, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm lost for words. I cannot think of one. But when it happens, I would feel annoyed.
Okay. Um, when and why did you start your YouTube channel, and how did you hear about YouTube?
I started it because I liked watching YouTube videos, and then I started uploading to it because I like making music. And what was the last question?
How you heard about it, and then when did you start it?
Oh, when did I start it? Well, I heard about it. I, I don't think I had to hear about it. I'm like really really young, so
Yeah,
I kind of just like grew up and it was there.
yeah. I keep, it was with Crip, it was the same because he's 26, and
Yeah.
he was like, well, YouTube came out when I was 10. And I'm like, YouTube came out when I was 25.
You could come out when he was 10?
Yeah.
Nah, that can't wait.
2005, I think.
No way. I feel like it was earlier than that.
He said 2005, so
Yeah.
I don't
Wow,
know.
December 2005. That's incredible. For some reason it felt so. Wait, when did Soldier Boy come out? I know that sounds like a random question, but in 2007. I don't know why I felt like that was earlier in my childhood.
You talk
Okay.
about Superman.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I said you. I know that
yeah.
now. Uh, the what was the very first YouTube video you ever watched? Do you remember?
um,
You don't have to answer.
I don't remember what it was, but since it did come out when I was about like 9, this is so embarrassing. But like the first thing that I looked up was boobs. Like I don't even remember what popped up. I don't know what I watched, but I just looked up the word boobs and whatever first came up. I'm like, all right, here we go.
Down the wormhole we go.
Yeah,
The
I
very
think that was it.
first I was introduced to YouTube by my little brother. Um he was y'all's age, and I was 13 years older than him. He passed away when he was 21 from brain cancer, and
Sorry for your loss.
and he introduced me to YouTube and Facebook. He set up my Facebook account when I got out of rehab. I knew nothing about social media until I got out of rehab, and that was 2011. I was 31. So anyway, the first YouTube video I ever watched was, I don't know if you've ever watched it, it's the Where's the Chapstick Girl? Where's the
Oh yeah,
chapstick?
yeah.
And so that was a video he and I would watch and just laugh our asses off to all the time.
Uh,
And right before he passed away, like literally right before, I had the blessing of being the last person to make him laugh out loud, because I was putting chapstick on his lips. And I held it up and I go, "Where's the chapstick?" And he laughed. He wasn't really able to speak, but he laughed out loud.
yeah.
And his last words were to me, and he said, "Sissy, Jesus is here." That was his last words. And so yeah, I will. While it's very bittersweet, you know,
Yeah.
but I will cherish that forever, and that video forever. I did a tribute video for his birthday that I'll upload every year on his birthday, and I've got that chapstick video in that video. So yeah. What is your biggest struggle in life and then in your career?
The biggest struggle in my life would be um not overextending myself to others. I know that sounds like something like that narcissist would say, but like
No.
I believe it because I'm genuinely told by so many people that sometimes I like go too hard for other people, or give too much of myself to other people.
Right.
But I mean, at least I haven't started therapy yet, but I believe that I don't have any side effects from that. Like, I've never regretted that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And your career, your biggest struggle in your career.
Um. Oh, that's what you were asking, not in my life. My
No,
biggest
I
struggle in
said
my
in
career.
life and in your career. I
Oh,
said both. Yeah.
okay.
No,
Oh, like, oh gosh, that was like way too personal.
no, no, no.
My biggest struggle in my career is accepting everything that I do. A lot of times after I drop it, I critique it until I hate it. But now I'm just like, oh, I'm learning. I'm learning to just like appreciate the fact that I did whatever I did, you know?
So you're like a kind of a perfectionist.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but I'm like a perfectionist that's like, I understand that being a perfectionist sucks and sometimes you'll ruin something by trying to perfect it. So I'll just upload it unperfected and then realize later, like, damn, I should have perfected it more.
Yeah. Okay. The next question is, I don't know, it's not really a question, but it kind of is. First of all, your song, The High Kanye
Mm,
West, is an absolute masterpiece.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Um, I mean, I was blown away when I went to react to it. I didn't know it was 9+ minutes long. And then when I saw it was 9+ minutes long, and I know it's you, and I know how you how you rap, I'm like, this is gonna be a long
Oh yeah.
video. And I had no idea what to expect, and it just blew me away. And I did DM Kanye West the link to that video. I want you to know that I did do that. Not to
It was
say
part of your
he
song.
probably will never see it, but I did do that. Uh,
Mm.
he needs to see that, and I believe he will. I I mean, gosh, what was your writing process? How long did it take to write, or whatever that song?
Um, I didn't write most of it. I actually had my writer. I'm joking. I didn't write most of it. I freestyled most of it, and so it's kind of hard to say how long it took me to write it because it kind of merged with the recording time. Um, but I'll say it took me about a total of like 3 whole dedicated days to do it.
To do like the whole video and the song and everything.
Well, yeah, but the editing that was the longest process. That took.
Right, right.
It wasn't even me. It was my boy Zeus. But shout out to Blaze for filming it.
Shout out Blaze. That was an amazing video as well. You freestyled most of that.
Yes, but not like I was sitting there freestyling for like minutes straight. I did this thing I call, well, not I call, it's called organized freestyling, where you record like 4 to 8 bars at a time. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, when you told me organized freestyling, I didn't want to sound stupid because I had no idea what that meant. I'm like, what is organized freestyle? I don't, I'm old school. So when I think freestyle, I think, just sitting here. What's up? I'm April G from
Yeah,
Tennessee, known
yeah,
as a bar queen. Get
yeah.
at me, you know what
But
I
see,
mean?
like those bars aren't bad on its own, right? That was about 4 bars. But if you recorded that and was like, okay, instead of just like fumbling the next word or the next bar, and then you continue to just pause and whatnot, it would give you enough time to think, and it would be kind of like writing.
Okay. The next is several questions in one. And if you don't want to answer any of them, that's cool.
Okay.
First is, what is your favorite song of yours and why?
My favorite song of mine is No More Hashtags, and it's because it like actually no, I mean if people don't haven't heard the song yet, but I think my favorite song of mine now is this song called Watch 'Em Out Freestyle on my album.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to get to that here in just a little bit. What is your least favorite song of yours and why?
um my least favorite song of mine. I have to search the internet real quick to make sure that it's not findable anywhere. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I deleted it everywhere that I could possibly delete it.
And again, if you're not comfortable answering any of
It's
these,
gone. It's completely gone. Had a song called "Clap That." Terrible, terrible song. It's like the worst song, not that I've made, but like the worst song known to man. I'm pretty sure.
oh no, I highly doubt that. I highly doubt
So,
that.
so you know how my voice is just like naturally high when I'm rapping. Before, I used to not even care and like go even like higher than my regular voice. Like I don't know if you remember Swizz from Funk Volume, but
Hmm.
like high like that. But like the song was it was supposed to be like a twerk song. It
Yeah,
just
I figured it was,
yeah, it wasn't
something
about
like that.
that.
Well, you clap that reminded me of Eminem Smack That, or it's
I
Akon.
wish it was as good as that, but it is
Akon
nowhere.
Smack That on
Yeah,
the floor, smack that, give me
great
some
song
more. Yeah. Um, what's your favorite music video and why?
that I've done.
Hmm.
Um, I think my favorite music video is that I've done. I want to say Goodnight because I love that one, but the symbolism of dang, wow, I didn't realize how much I actually love some of my videos. I thought it was gonna I'm stuck between two right now. Uh, Screw it. I'll just say the two. I was gonna say either "Don't," uh, because of how much that song means and how much I feel like I really brought that song, or well, me and Blaze and Film Shooters and Tato and Sasha. I really feel like and sorry, Geno 5 and DZH, the way we brought that moment to life and brought that song to life, it just felt like I was like really making a movie. Um and then the second one I was gonna say So, because it's just a video full of fun. It feels classic. It feel like it should have been out already, but not in a dated kind of way. It just, I don't know, it feels like important and I love it.
Okay. Um, I always want to preface this before I ask this question. The next question is your favorite collab and why. And I always want to make sure that the people out there know that this is just about the song. It has nothing to do with any of the other collabs that these artists have done, because I'm sure they're all special and important and amazing. It's just what sticks out to the particular artist that I'm interviewing. So, and if you don't want to answer, you don't have to. So,
No, do you want a pre-Duality answer or a post-Duality answer?
um, both.
Okay, my pre-Duality answer was going to be Chris Rivers. On the OMG remix, he absolutely just like crushed it, and I feel like I got to, achieve one of my goals in life. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to rap with my favorite rapper's son, Big Pun, and it only like meant so much to me because it's like I know I will never actually be able to get a Big Pun verse. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that was the closest that I could
Close.
get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not only that, that's not to discredit Chris Rivers because he himself, dare I say it, is like the new and I want to say improved version of Big Pun, and that's no disrespect to Big Pun because Big Pun is still in my top five, and Chris Rivers isn't in my top five. It's not that he's a
Right.
bad artist or anything, but
Right.
he has more of a career to live out. Um, but I feel like Chris Rivers is what Pun would have became over time if he was still here today. And Chris is just doing an amazing job of not only living up to his name, but living up to his own name. He's just exquisite artist. And my new answer would be, oh dang, I'm stuck in between two on this one too. I'm gonna say Denon Porter. That's my favorite on my album because I've learned so much from him. He's one of the few people that's like on such a huge level that I've had so many conversations with. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of time people just, oh, where's the song with the empty space for the verse. Okay, cool. I'll send that in and here's my publishing information and don't talk to me.
Right. Right.
But the non has like, I mean, I don't want to like call him my friend because I don't want him to take that as disrespect because he has so many people around him that he has years and years of relationships with. But I can legit just call him and talk to him now, and that shit just means the world to me because he has so much knowledge and experience that a lot of my peers, even people who are like my age, who are like way beyond where I'm at popularity wise, he's just so seasoned in rap and R&B and production, and it's so much that I learn from him every conversation that I have with him. So I appreciate him being on my album, especially because there was supposed to be initially supposed to be a different artist,
Uh-huh.
and he stepped in, and I was like, oh, okay, he's probably going, do his thing. He's the non, whatever.
Uh-huh.
He sent back this verse, and I'm like, bro, you know what? I kill me honorably. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I did a phenomenal verse, a lot of punchlines and stuff, but what he did, I'm just like, yo, I'm okay with this. It's like not just because he's so close to Eminem, but it's like getting on a track with Eminem and he kills you, and it's just like, well, that's you
It's
know,
okay. It's
okay,
cool.
whatever.
Yeah. I will say that's the track you probably already knew that I'm most looking forward to hearing.
Shout out to
I
you because I wouldn't have had this. I believe I wouldn't have had this friendship with him without you.
really,
Yeah, you probably wondering how.
yeah.
Okay, so you remember when you were telling me, I mean, when you did the Eminem thing
Hmm.
where you rapped all of the
Song titles.
yeah, you pretty much did a high Kanye for Eminem.
Yeah, well, I didn't rap it. It was
It
just
was
a
a poem.
poem
Yeah, yeah,
because someone else was supposed to make it a
yeah,
song.
yeah. So when I remember when I told you that I reached out to Denon initially saying like, okay, I'm trying to uh get I was really trying to get them to reach out to you and whatnot. Which if it hasn't happened yet, hopefully my relationship will develop and you'll finally be able to meet your husband.
Uh, and I joke when I say my husband. That's just a joke
Yeah.
because look, I'm like tearing up right now hearing you talk about the knot.
Oh,
Damn it, like I look, I've kept it together in all of my interviews. I almost cried with
mhm.
Crip, but I kept it together. Um,
You want me to continue the story so you don't cry?
um, go ahead, but I'm still gonna say what.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't trying to interrupt you.
No,
Yeah.
no, you're fine. Go ahead.
Um, so after that, he just decided to check out my page. And I think it was because I was trying I like went to his DMs not really worried about myself. So I guess
Right.
like it showed him a little bit like who I am or something. I don't know. He hasn't told me why. But he checked out my page and he liked what I was doing. And since then I've just been talking to him like, like he's a regular person. I mean, because he is a regular person, but like let's not get it twisted. He's not a regular person. When you really look into his production catalog,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, yo, like there's so many hits that I didn't know he produced. I did not know he produced PIMP by 50 Cent. I did not know that he produced Stunt 101 by G Unit, my favorite G Unit
He's
song.
an amazing producer.
Yeah, he does. And there's so much even more recent stuff the Royce albums, the M albums, like everything
Yes.
is just pure fire. Love that guy.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, I just talked to him like a regular human being and whatnot. And he said, like, yo, I don't always be in my DMs. Here's my number. And we just talked.
Damn.
I know, right? And it's just like I'm still super duper stoked about this. Like, I be trying to like, I don't know if you're gonna see this, but fuck it. I be trying like not to be like too always I'm gonna let people know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I let him know he's one of the greatest to ever do it and all of that all the time. But I also don't want to give him that energy where like because I love my fans to death, but sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I don't want to overwhelm him with all of my love and support and stuff. So but like in the back of my mind when I'm talking to him, I'm just like, yo, like do you know who you are? Do you know what
Yeah.
you've done? Like
Yeah.
it's incredible, man. Like
And in
thank
the
God.
back of your mind, thinking, I'm fucking talking to Denon Porter right
Yeah,
now. you know.
yeah, yo, like that shit is crazy to me. It's
You know,
incredible.
I talked to Crypto a little bit about this with Eminem.
Mm,
I told Crypt, because, and it's actually my next question for you is your top five dead or alive rappers. Crypt had asked me mine, and obviously my number one is Eminem, and he has been since 1999. I mean,
mm,
it's never changed ever. I have every album, and except re-up, but
I had to
still
re-up.
I don't have re-up, but I'm going to get it. You can
Mhm.
bet your ass.
I got it now.
I
I actually love the re-up album.
I
It's
used to
really good.
have it, but
Mhm.
I've lost it over the years somehow.
Wow.
But you saw my collection. I mean, I
Yes,
have.
I'm gonna be right up there with you. I just bought a CD shelf case. I mean, a CD case shelf that I'm gonna be putting up and putting all the Eminem albums, all the Lupe Fiasco albums. But I'm sorry, continue.
Oh, you're good. Um, with Eminem, it's more than just it's Eminem. You know, for me, his album Recovery is what made me make the decision to go to rehab.
Mm.
So pretty much saved my life. You know, I mean, yeah, I did the work, but I truly believe had I never listened to that album, had I never um, researched Eminem and his story, um, that I would either still be high today
Mm.
or dead. I truly believe that.
You even higher than you've ever been because you high off life. That's the best high.
I try to be. um, and like, I'm constantly Googling like Eminem shows because
Mm.
like it's on my bucket list. Just damn it.
Hey, let it out if you got to.
It's on my bucket list to see him before I die.
Mm.
And I know he don't do many shows like that anymore, you know, and
Yeah.
like tour and stuff, which is upsetting. Selfishly. But like I'm constantly looking, you know, to see if there's some way that I could see him live. You know, I don't have to talk to him. I just want to see him live. Now to be able to just talk to him, you know, and just
Yeah.
ask, you know, and ask him like about his writing process, and I wouldn't be crazy. I mean, I'm sure I'd be like, holy fuck, you know, but
Yeah.
I would be very humbled, you know, and I just have so much respect and love for him, as a person, not just an artist, as just a human being,
Mm.
you know. And I hate it when I see people say, "Do y'all like old Eminem or new Eminem?" Old
Mm.
Eminem, I hate that so much because it's like that's still Marshall Mathers. That is still a
Yeah.
human being. The old Eminem is the new Eminem. The
Exactly.
new Eminem is the old Eminem. He is just evolved and is matured and is grown and is a different person. He's the same person, but he's just, you know, we all change as we get older. Every single human being does, I would hope.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just, I know all the things, well, not all the things, but, you know, all the struggles he's gone through. And he lost, you know, his best friend Proof,
Yeah.
in a shooting. I lost my best friend Diane in the school shooting. He was addicted to pills. I was addicted to pills. Um, and then his music is just obviously just out of. I'm blown away by every song. And then his song "Arose."
Oh,
That's
incredible.
that song is heartbreakingly beautiful.
Yeah.
And 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 I love the fact that the title is a bar. You know, the title arose because
Yeah.
obviously he arose from the dead, literally. But then the song that he sampled that's playing in the background is The Rose by Bette Midler, which is one of my all-time favorite songs as well.
Mm.
And like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm going on and on, but this is about you, but it's just I don't want to like seem like I'm seeking attention or playing like poor pitiful April, but you know, when a time limit is
Nobody thinking that.
when a time limit is put on your life,
Yeah.
you start, we all have bucket lists. You really start looking at that bucket list and trying to,
Well, I know this much. It's on my bucket list now to do everything in my power to get you to an Eminem show. Or
That's not why I was saying all that.
I know it's not why, but I'm passionate about certain things. I'm passionate about people's dreams coming true. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody DMing me after this interview like, yo, Samad, how about me too? Because April G has proven time and time again that, she cares about more than herself. She's a very loving person. She lost so much, but she still continuously gives and gives and gives. Like you are an awesome person, and I feel like if there's anybody that deserves it, it's you. You're as I said, the reason that I even DM'd Anon in the first place. I felt some kind of urgency to try to help you to accomplish that goal. And not only like do I want you to be able to meet or see Eminem for your sake, but I just genuinely feel like M can benefit from the amount of love that you have from him for him. The amount of time that you took to do that poem and whatnot, I just genuinely feel like he would genuinely appreciate it. At least from what I know of him, and I don't know him personally, but I just from what I've seen over the years of his career, he really appreciates stuff like that. He doesn't take stuff like that for granted.
Yeah. Thank you, first of all, for saying all that, Samad. That really means a lot to me because I'm my own worst enemy. I've got an Eminem shirt on now.
Yeah, you gotta keep fighting. Like my grandmother,
Oh,
she has
I am.
she got diabetes, and she found out that she had diabetes like pretty bad when my brother was born.
Sorry to hear that.
But no, it's cool. But at that moment, the doctor told her she ain't have like no time to live. It was done up. Um, and my brother is about to be 20 in June. So she's lived an extra 20 some years
Right.
beyond what the doctor told her was her ending. Because at the end of the day, God truly writes the ending. And
Exactly.
the more I get older, the more I'm like, you know what, and not in like a negative way, but in a positive way. Death isn't a bad thing. Death is freedom from
Oh, yeah.
so much, pain and suffering and whatnot. And yes, you have your memories, you have the people you'll miss, but there's something better. So
I'll see them again.
yes, that too. Like I just found out about a couple of weeks ago I have a heart murmur. Thank God it's nothing serious. Well, I mean, it could get serious. My doctor told me that I have 4 tubes going into my heart, and 3 out of 4 of those tubes have holes in them. So, but
I'm a nurse, so now I'm in my nurse bag.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. But he told me that there's nothing that I can necessarily do about it right now. I just have to come every 6 months to a year.
okay, that's
Keep up with
good.
it. But
That's good.
before I found out that news, because I had to wait, everything's slower because of COVID. I had to wait like 2 weeks to figure out what was going on. I was thinking like, yo, like any of these moments could be my last moment. You know what I'm saying? And first I was like, oh no, that's stressful. then truthfully, I looked up things I call as heart murmurs, and
Yeah, yeah.
I saw that stress was one of them. So I was like, oh, can't stress anymore.
Well, my biggest thing, like I say, if I were to pass away, like I'm okay with that as far as for myself, but I
Mm.
have a son. I have a son that's 14, and I'm his.
I've seen and heard from this son of yours, and I can tell you, no doubt in your mind, God forbid you were to leave like this second, he's gonna be okay. You raised him so well. I'm so sure of it.
Thank you. But I still, I'm human, and that's my
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
And I want to see him graduate. I want to see him get married and go to college or whatever he wants to do. You
Can I tell
know,
you the concept that I thought of in relation to that? Um, I've thought to myself, in heaven, we're all told, whether you're Christian, Jewish, or Muslim, any Abrahamic religion, you're told that you can get literally anything that you want in heaven, anything that you desire. Am I wrong?
I well, yeah. I mean, as long as as long as it's godly,
Yeah, yeah, of
Yeah,
course. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
we wouldn't be in heaven if we were
Right.
having people.
Yeah, yeah.
But so what I wanted to do is get a bunch of different DVDs, like episodic seasons of my life, and what would it have been if I've died in so many different points. So let's say, God forbid, tomorrow's my last day, right? I would go to heaven and be like, yeah, but what would have happened if I would have died at the age 73? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
What would have happened if instead of making this good decision, I made a bad decision? Like a movie that you can customize to just see the results of everything that you could have done.
Yeah,
So with that being said, you could ask for a movie to see what your life would have turned out to be, or see your son's life turning out.
yeah.
No, and
Right,
Muslims believe that we don't even when we die, we don't immediately go to heaven or hell. We rest until the day of judgment for everyone. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, due to like my logic is, let's say I had a child, right? If I would have passed right now and then my child lived out his full life, my child would definitely suffer a little bit on earth for missing me and whatnot. But um by the time I open my eyes and it's judgment day and I'm judged and get into heaven, God willing, uh my son would walk right up to me like time never really passed.
right.
And what's
Eh,
70 years to forever? you know?
Right. And see, that's what actually gives me peace and comfort about my two brothers, both of my siblings that passed, is knowing that they're with me and that I'll see them again for
Mhm.
eternity. Like
Yep.
it's that's that, and knowing they're no longer struggling, suffering is the only thing that gives me peace and comfort about that. So, I'm very grateful for my faith. I don't see how people live life without it.
You
Um,
know, what's funny? My uncle just got out of just got out of rehab for alcohol, and
Good for him.
he's doing great. And he's such a critical thinker that he's almost can't even live in the moment. He just immediately analyzes every situation that he's in. But he was talking to me about like the whole 12 step program, and pretty much saying like they always tell you, you can go to rehab and not be a religious person and whatnot. But by the time you get to step 3 or 4, you have to pretty much be open minded to a higher power.
Right.
So
But
it's like,
the thing they tell you is your higher power can be whatever you want it to be.
yes,
Your
yeah,
higher power can be the group the fellowship, because I worked all 12 steps.
Mm-hmm.
Your higher power can be whatever you want it to be. And then the way that they say it in the rooms, because I went to both NA and AA, even though drinking alcohol was never my thing. I grew up around alcoholism my whole life. I've always hated alcohol.
Me too.
Every once in a while, like, and I mean maybe once every 4 or 5 years, I might have one drink. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm like in a social setting, which is rarely ever. But I've always just not. I just hated alcohol because I grew up around it and saw what it does. You know, it's killed many of my relatives and just,
Same.
but, I got off track. NA and AA. I went to AA because NA, Narcotics Anonymous, was only available 3 nights a week, and then AA was 7 nights a week in my city. I live in a very small city, and the only difference in the two is the terminology they use. I mean, AA, it's alcohol, alcoholic, sobriety. NA, it's drugs, addict, recovery. That's the only difference. And in NA, they include alcohol because alcohol is a drug. And then AA is singleness of purpose. You're not allowed to mention any drug but alcohol. So anyway, the way that they put it is God as I understand him. That's how they word it. And which I've always been a believer in God, though. There's never been a time I did not believe in God. Now, there's been times I've been angry at God and questioned him at, like, why certain things, like with my little brother, why, and stuff like that. But, there's never been a time that I didn't believe, ever.
I don't think at least in Islam, I don't think it's a sin to question God as long as it's somewhat in a respectful manner. Like, to ask God why is just like you're talking to the all-knowing. Who else are you going to ask why?
Right, right,
So
right.
I don't look at that as even like a bad thing or a loss of faith. It's just struggling with the
Human.
yeah.
Because I look at my little brother, the missionary, the minister, the person who all he wanted to do with his life was lead people to Jesus, to God, and he gets taken at 21 from brain cancer. Then I look at me, the drug addict, the junkie, the piece of crap. That's just how I view myself. And I'm like,
Really feel like you shouldn't, but okay.
why? Like, why would you want to take him and leave me? Like,
Well, think about it like this. If maybe he's completed all that he's have to do in his life. Sometimes I feel
well,
like
he did, or he would still
yeah,
be here. Yeah.
yeah. I feel like, God, as we understand him.
No,
um
I say God, just God.
I know I was just a fault. But no, I feel like anytime that I'm actually struggling, I think about that. Like, whatever I'm struggling, is it to alleviate some of the sin that I have on me? Um, am I struggling to get to a version of myself that is even stronger in faith, that is worthy of heaven, and I'm being granted more time? You know what I'm saying? Like, me, like I know I get why you're like, why him and not me first, but like maybe it's because God knew that you would be clean for how many years now?
I just celebrated 10 years in
Yes, that's what I'm
August.
saying. I knew how long. I was just I want you to say it's something you should be proud of. Yeah,
Thank you.
you've been clean for 10 years now. Now, I don't know when did you, if you don't mind me knowing, when did you start?
I started getting high at 16 years old, and I didn't go to rehab until I was 30.
So that means that you are 4 years away from having more years being clean than you had. Well, actually, you already have more years being clean if you count prior to 16.
Right.
But what I'm saying is
I
you're
know.
becoming better and better. So
Right.
every day that you here on earth, no matter how hard it gets sometimes, it's worth it because you're balancing the percentages of bad you versus good you.
Right. And I struggle a lot because my my father still to this day constantly calls me a junkie, a liar, fat, toothless, worthless, and he's, over the top Bible thumper religious, supposedly.
Yeah, that don't sound that ain't Christ like.
Yeah, and that hurts, even though I know I'm clean, God knows I'm clean, and I know logically, like, that's all that should matter.
Mm-hmm.
When your own parents constantly, or you know what I'm saying, it's disheartening. But
Just talking to my friend about this yesterday. And you just got to do, a analysis of reality versus, fake. So if some random person walked up to you and said the sky is red and you look up and the sky is still blue, you'll be like, okay, and move
right.
move on with your day. And I know it hurts because it's coming from, like, somebody that's so close from you. I mean, so close to you, but like it's simply not true. Just
Yeah.
every time that he says anything about you in that manner, just remember, oh, this person just said that 2 + 2 is 5.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right. Right. And
I'm not gonna get too personal and tell you an example that I gave my friend yesterday, but I will tell you that coming up with logical responses to those things will always be a lot better than just accepting that that person just said that and feeling that. Every time that he would say that, I would act completely unaffected and just be like, that's something that Jesus Christ would want you to say to me? Oh, I
yeah.
didn't even know a God. You can judge? Wow.
Oh, I actually have said those things to him.
Mm,
I actually have,
yeah.
because he quotes the Bible to me all the time. His big one is, if you don't work, you don't eat, because he thinks I'm a lazy bum who don't work. And he don't believe that I have CHF. He thinks I'm lying about that.
Wow.
And I'm like, I was a nurse for 20 years. The whole 20 years, 20 plus years, that I literally devoted my entire life to nursing and my child. And then before I had my child, I got my nursing license when I was 20. So, dedicated my life to that. I worked 12-hour shifts, sometimes 7 days a week. I worked my ass off, and I loved it. I did. And even then, when I was working, it was, you're not a real nurse because you're not a RN, you're a LPN. So it's always, not good enough. You know what I mean? It's always something that's just, so I'm just like, that's just him. And
You know what I would do? Let's just say there's somebody in my family that likes to do something similar to what you're saying. Our version is we're Muslim, we have the Quran. I do my due diligence, I do my research, and then I find I find things about that person that reflects what I read, and just do the same thing back to them.
mm-hmm.
Because the worst thing that you can be is a hypocrite. The worst thing that you can do is contradict yourself.
Right.
So if you find a because I'm sure there's something in the Bible about.
Oh yeah, I've quoted Bible verses. One of my favorites is out of Matthew, where it talks about why do you pay attention to the speck of dust in your brother's eye, but ignore the plank in your own.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite. My life motto.
My favorite MC.
Huh?
I said this is why God is my favorite MC.
Yeah, and my life motto is actually a Bible verse. It's Galatians 6:9. I have it tattooed on my back. Not the whole verse, just Galatians 6:9, and it says, "Do not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time you will be rewarded."
I'm sorry. Can you explain that for me?
Galatians 6:9 is my life motto.
No. I understand. I'm saying, can you explain the verse?
Do not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time you will be rewarded if you do not give up.
Oh, it's like saying do what you can.
Yeah, like continue to do good and don't grow weary if you're struggling, because in the proper time, in God's time, you'll eventually be rewarded as long as you don't give up. So giving up's not my DNA, even though a lot of times I want to. I don't, and I won't ever. It's just not in me. It's just no. And I know I have someone who looks up to me, and I want to try to be as good of an example as I can be.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I have a verse from the Quran that kind of reminds me of that, which the one you just said. It's Al-Asr, which translates to by time indeed mankind is lost is in loss, except for those who have believed and done righteous deeds and advise each other to truth and advise each other to patience. So I know that just by experience, I should take my own advice.
Right.
Well, if I'm advising others to truth and advising others to patience, I have to advise myself to that too. And as the verse says, continue to do righteous deeds. So
Right.
Somebody could read that and just section off and just be like, oh, mankind isn't lost. So all mankind isn't lost. But I look at it as, if you do these things, if I do these things, I'll never be lost.
Right. Yeah, people take verses, whether it be the Quran, the Bible, whatever, completely out of context.
Yep.
All the time. And my father does it all the time. Like when he says, if you don't work, you don't eat. That's not talking about people who have the inability to physically work. It's talking about people who are lazy and choose not to work. So, that's why when he says that, I'm just like, do you even know understand, comprehend what you're reading?
Yeah.
So, but going back, you were saying a while ago something that reminded me of something about, you were talking about like when we struggle and people struggling. And, when I said I had questioned God, why my brother and not me. And when I'm struggling, I actually, got so angry at God for a long time after my brother passed, and my little brother. And I was in such a state of depression and grief and just.
I was going to say, we don't have to talk about this if it's bringing you back to that place. I would just hate to,
No, it's fine.
You okay?
I want to say this. It's I was in a very bad very, very dark place. But I hit my knees in the floor of my bedroom. And this was a couple years ago. And God spoke to me. And when I say spoke to me, you probably know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like an
Like
audible.
ripped your roof off and was like, yo.
Yeah, he wasn't like, hey, bro,
Yeah.
but like he answered my question, like, and I'll never forget it. And I actually made a quote of it. I made a little poster, and that's back when I was big on Facebook, and that's when I was posting all my poetry and stuff on Facebook. But and I put it on Facebook. But it's when you're questioning, like a lot of people will question, why does it seem like all the good people have to struggle so much, get attacked so much, whatever it may be, and then all the bad people have it so easy or whatever. And that was one of my big questions. And it literally came to me in my spirit, in my soul, that, well, the enemy is not going to attack those he knows he already has. He's going to attack people who have faith, who have the most faith, who are really good people, because his whole goal is to get you to turn your back on God and lose your faith. And I was like that made so much sense to me, and so I try to remind myself of that anytime anything bad happens,
Yeah.
So that really helped me. So
yeah, I get excited about putting my middle fingers up to the devil.
Oh yeah. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Okay. I like this interview, Samad. I mean, I've liked all of them, but I was a psych nurse many years, and I love talking about stuff like this. It's therapeutic, one, and I just,
you never know what it may do for somebody who's watching.
Right. Okay. Who are your top 5 rappers, dead or alive?
That was the question we were getting to. Lupe Fiasco.
Is that one?
Yeah.
Are these in order?
I think it's in order. It varies sometimes. Mm-hmm. But Lupe Fiasco, Eminem, Big Pun, Big Daddy Kane, Common.
That's a great list.
Thank you.
Mine is Eminem, Tupac, Tech Nine, NF.
Okay.
Because he's just so real and vulnerable and raw.
I started smiling because I realized that you were like reading off the posters on your wall.
Like, oh, am I?
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
Eminem, Tupac, Tech Nine, and I was just like, oh snap! Is she like gonna do all of them? I don't know if NF is up there. I can't see.
NF is above the door over here. It's above Tech Nine and Crip. NF is above there. And then the 5th one ain't on my wall, but the 5th one swaps back and forth between Joyner Lucas and King Crooked.
Two amazing artists.
People are kind of like taken aback when I say NF because
he's really new. That's my only gripe, and I think like just recently he's figured out a way. Like I feel like he's still slowly becoming more and more of himself and learning how to express himself in an authentic way.
Joyner's new too, though. Joyner's are newer.
Joyner is new too, but Joyner has been Joyner
from the jump. Yeah.
Yeah, like you never had to question what he's doing is authentic, you know. So I can understand why Joyner is in somebody's top 5. My only thing with Joyner is I love his albums and I love his music, but I feel like he hasn't really made that light
Joiner or NF?
album. Joyner. I
Okay.
don't listen to NF's music enough to judge him in that way.
Okay. And two, my little brother is who introduced me to NF. And one of the last things we did before he had his sixth and final brain surgery that went horribly wrong, where he was never the same again, we rode around and we tried to memorize the words to I'll Keep On by NF, which is my favorite song by NF, and I covered it on my channel. And so also that sentimental value with NF is why he's in my top 5. His music as well. I have all of his albums. I haven't listened to all of his songs though, because I want to react to them, and I'm when I react, I don't like. I hate fake reactions, so I want my reaction to always be a genuine first reaction. So that's why I haven't listened to all of the songs, but every single NF song has such a deep message, and it's just very raw, vulnerable, and real, and I can relate so much. Have you heard his song "How Could You Leave Us"?
No, I have not.
You should listen to that song. I'll send you the link to that song. His mother actually overdosed. She was an addict. NF's mother, and that song is absolutely beautiful. And I heard it for the first time when I very first started my channel. Someone requested it, and that song and then Darkness by Eminem are by far the most difficult reactions I've ever done, but they're also my favorite reactions I've ever done, because both of those songs I can relate to, and they're very raw, real, and I'm a sucker for substance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the bars and stuff too, but I am a sucker for substance, So, and NF is just substance. So, yeah, that's why he's in my top 5.
I definitely understand, and as I said, my only gripe with that would be him being new, because I think one of the things that it should take to be in somebody's top 5 is showing how long you can last and continue to how long you can last and continue to just
do great things.
Yeah.
Crip said something similar. He when I said NF and Joyner, because and he loves both artists. He said he has trouble putting newer artists in his top 5 because they still have so much to do and could still mess up or whatever, and haven't like built a legacy like people like Eminem and Tupac and Biggie and Big Pun, and so Tech Nine. So I get that. Okay, the next question, I'm just gonna ask you several of your favorites. Your favorite movie?
Across the Universe.
Never seen it.
You need to see it. If you have any kind of love for the Beatles, no, because before I even watched that movie, I mean, before I even was like a Beatles fan, I was a fan of that movie. But it's an amazing movie.
Okay. Favorite color?
I would say like a neon. No, actually, I'm gonna say forest green, like nature green.
Mine's black and then blue.
Black and then blue. Black
Black.
isn't really a color, it's a combination of all the colors.
Everybody says that, but damn it, it's a color. It's my favorite color. And if not, then it's blue. My favorite movie is hard. It's like I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's called To Save a Life.
No, I don't think I have seen it.
I watch Across the Universe. You should watch To Save a Life. It's really, really good.
Will do.
I think you'll really, really like it. Your favorite animal?
My favorite animal, although the more I find out about them, the more I'm just like, they're terrible. I would say dolphins.
Okay. Mine are dogs. Speaking of which, look, this is my dog. This is my baby.
He's absolutely adorable. That makes
she.
I'm so sorry.
Gracie.
Look at me misgendering dogs.
Oh, you're good. Her pronouns are she and her.
Come here, buddy. Come on. Yeah, I hear you. Come here.
Lay down. Be good, girl. I'm recording. When I say I'm recording, she knows what that means and she'll lay down. She's so smart. Aw.
This is my cat, Leon. He's absolutely incredible. Aren't you, Leon? Don't look at me like that.
How long have you had him?
For about a year now. He's awesome.
We've had Gracie since 2013.
Oh, wow. She don't even look that old.
Yeah. I don't even want to think about it.
Sorry.
It's okay. It is crazy because I named her, but it's actually my mom's dog. Well, it's all of our dogs really, but it's my mom's dog. You know, but me, my mom, and my son lived together, and now me and my son, we lived in our own place until I had to quit nursing because of my health, and then we had to move in with my mom, and then when I started getting really sick, it's like dog sense that. It's really weird. And this dog will not leave my side. Like she sleeps with me. It's crazy. She used to sleep with my mom everywhere my mom went. She was with my mom. But since I got sick, she will not leave my room. She's always up under me. It's crazy. And she's actually saved my life twice.
What?
I quit breathing twice within these last 6 months, and if it hadn't been for her, I wouldn't be here right now.
Wow.
So yeah.
We're very happy to still have you.
Thank you. It's crazy, but I love her so much, and she's so smart. So smart. Okay, and I love elephants too.
Oh yes.
I love elephants. Car, your favorite car?
I have 3, and the only reason I have to say the 3 is because it's for different scenarios. So, like, my favorite day-to-day car is the Tesla X. Incredible. And that's the one with the butterfly doors or the falcon doors.
Yeah.
Second is my is like the one I would get if I just had like a crap ton of money and just needed to get rid of it. The Ferrari Italia Spider.
Wow, that's a great car.
Thank you. And just one that I could buy now, but just don't like want to.
Right.
The Eclipse, Mitsubishi Eclipse 2003 GTS.
I love Eclipses. My favorite car, and I actually had one, but had to trade it in because I couldn't afford it anymore after I quit nursing, is I had a 2013 black Camaro. It looked, my son called it the Batman car. Yeah, the Batmobile. Love that car. Oh, I miss that car so much.
Mm.
Your favorite food? I know you're a vegan or vegetarian.
My favorite food.
Are you vegan or vegetarian?
Oh, I'm neither. I'm just I only eat what is it called? Um what is it called? My goodness.
Kosher?
Not kosher. Um I'm gonna think of the word. I'm gonna think of the word. Halal. That's the word. It's like kosher, but like I can eat meat. It just has to be killed a certain way. It can't have any kind of medicine and stuff in it. Like, it can't have hormones. It has to be washed a certain way. It has to be killed in a humane way. It can't be tortured for it during
Right.
lifetime. So yeah, that's my diet.
Is that for your religion or just for your preference?
It's for my religion, but it's also for my preference because religion, I mean, at least in Islam, religion isn't supposed to be difficult. We're supposed to do as much as we can. Um, so the issue is that um we live in America, so it is a little harder to like if
Yeah,
you need to go get something real quick, it's kind of difficult to just grab some food and head out, You kind of just have to figure it out. So
yeah,
I went vegetarian for 6 months, and once I struggled the difficulty of doing that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to eating meat, but I'm only gonna eat halal because if I can do this, then I can do that.
right.
I had to prove to myself that it was a little easier.
Yeah. I get them confused. What's the difference in vegan and vegetarian? Which one eats dairy and
Vegetarian means you only eat vegetables, while vegan means you don't eat anything pretty much.
anything animal product
Yeah,
wise?
any kind
Like
of
no
animal product.
eggs, cheese, milk,
Yep.
nothing.
I mean,
Yeah.
even vegetarians don't eat eggs. What you're thinking about is a pescatarian. Pescatarians eat eggs and seafood.
Okay. Oh, so what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is steak. No, lobster. Steak and lobster. I have experience.
Crepes is steak with steak too.
Yeah.
I don't like steak or
Yeah.
lobster. I don't like seafood at all.
Oh,
I like fried crab claws and fried catfish,
that
and
is the most fried
that's it.
crab claws is the most southern thing I've ever heard in my life. I've never had that.
Oh, it's so
It sounds,
good.
it sounds delicious.
It's delicious. Well, we fry everything down here, so
Um,
my favorite food is chicken and dressing, though. That is my ultimate favorite food. Homemade chicken and dressing, not like
like fried
stuff.
chicken or like baked.
It's baked,
Okay.
and then I'm not a cook. My mom and grandmother, that's whose I love, and they make it. But I know it's baked chicken, and you cook the chicken separately, and you make the dressing. We call it dressing, but it's also called stuffing. But
Uh,
you make it. It's all homemade separately with cornbread and celery and onions and all kind of seasoning,
that
and
sounds
then
delicious. I gotta try that.
you put the chicken in the dressing and mix it up,
Mhm.
and then I put cranberry sauce on top of it, and uh, that is I,
Delicious.
that's why I always look forward to Thanksgiving. That's the only time I ever get to eat it, because that's the only time. It's very difficult to make, or it's a long process. So you know, it doesn't get made very often, but it's delicious if it's made correctly.
Yeah.
Um, And then I love
Is
lasagna.
that,
I love lasagna, pasta, any kind of pasta.
if I didn't have such bad acid reflux, I would probably eat that all the time. That would be the only thing I'd eat.
Pasta?
Yeah, specifically any pasta with tomato sauce.
Yeah. I just had spaghetti yesterday.
Mm.
Day before yesterday. I have really bad acid reflux too, but I take Pepsi every day. And it helps a lot. Over the counter, you can buy it at Walmart, the generic, and it's really cheap. So your favorite drink?
The tears of my enemies. No, my
Bars.
no, my favorite.
You already know mine.
Oh yeah. You know what's funny? I stopped drinking Mountain Dew maybe about like 5 years ago, but the reason that I tell everyone that I stopped drinking Mountain Dew now is because they didn't sponsor Crypt. But no, my favorite drink.
Well, if it was 5 years ago, I know that's
my favorite drink is ginger beer.
Oh, okay. I've never had that.
You have to. Do you have a Whole Foods near you by chance?
No.
What kind of shopping centers do you have
Walmart.
besides Walmart?
That's it.
Oh, dang.
That's how small my city is. My city, I live in a very, 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 very small country city. So Walmart's all we have. And then we have a couple of just private owned grocery stores that are just
organic
regular.
goods.
No, just regular grocery stores.
Oh wow.
We don't have any kind of organic stores at all in my city. Nothing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, it doesn't bother me. I've never eaten organic, so.
I mean, you don't have to check it now, but I've just put a link in the chat to my favorite brand of ginger beer, and it says it's at Walmart.
Okay. What's it called?
Do you have Cracker Barrels? Cracker Barrels?
Not in my city, but there are some that I can go to. Yeah, I love Cracker Barrel. It's one of my favorite restaurants.
Me too.
But
me being from the north, when I first saw the restaurant, I was like, "Oh nah, this is a setup."
Cracker Barrel is amazing. What's the name of it?
It is called Bundaberg.
Okay.
Bundaberg ginger beer. Is
it kind of like root beer?
It's kind of like ginger ale, but a lot more natural.
I would definitely try that.
It's mostly ginger. It's a little bit spicy, but like in a good way.
Yeah, because I don't like spicy now. I don't like anything.
It's not like spicy, but it's like a little sizzle to the tongue. Like I know you said you don't drink, but I don't drink. I never have. But you've heard of the drink Fireball?
Mm-hmm.
I've been told that it's like that without alcohol.
Oh, okay. I've had Fireballs. So, okay. Not, I think like 3 times in my life. So, you know what? I'm going to add that to my list of questions. That's something I didn't ask everyone is their favorite restaurant. What is your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant is there's this place called Stuffed Burger. It is a restaurant, but most of the time I don't really eat in there, so I don't go there for the atmosphere. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But they just have this mac and cheese burger. It usually has bacon on it, but I'm Muslim, so
yeah.
But mac and cheese burger, extra barbecue sauce.
So macaroni and cheese on a burger?
Yeah. Not only that, but this place is called Stuffed because the way they make their burgers, they stuff the cheese in the burger, and the burger's inside the cheese is inside the burger. So when you bite into the burger, cheese everywhere, right?
Cheese. I love cheese so much.
I'm a
cheese lover. My favorite restaurant is Olive Garden.
Oh, Olive Garden is pretty nice. I like their breadsticks a lot.
Your favorite season?
My favorite seasoning.
Season
Oh,
of the
okay.
year.
I was gonna say celery salt. But my favorite season of the year is I want to say the fall.
Mine too.
I just don't like the end of the fall. I like it's just the perfect weather, like right after the summer is like pretty much over,
Right,
but like also right before it gets like too cold to go outside.
right.
Yeah.
Your favorite holiday?
Mm, Duality Day, November 26th. My favorite holiday would have to be Ramadan.
Okay.
Besides that, I would say um Indigenous People Day, also known as Thanksgiving, uh,
Uh-huh.
because it just I just love the family orientedness about it, and I love food, and there's nothing better than family and food. So yeah,
Mine's Christmas, which I don't. You don't celebrate Christmas, right?
nah, I don't, but everybody does. So I'm in the mix.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Your favorite sport?
football, but I don't
Mine's
watch it.
mine too. Mine's
I haven't watched it in like 7 years. Ever since the whole Kaepernick thing, I haven't watched football.
um because you disagree with that, or
Yeah.
okay. I don't like pro because pro football to me it's just like that's their job and they're getting paid millions and millions, so it's not the same. I just watch college
Mm.
football. So on that, who's your favorite team?
Steelers.
What about college?
I don't. I never really got into college.
Okay. Roll Tide all day, every day. The most winning college football team ever, ever. Okay.
Say my favorite college team is the Red Hawks, Montclair State Red Hawks.
Football,
Hmm.
college. I've never
Yeah.
heard of them.
Yeah, I don't think they're in like the regular, uh,
League. Yeah.
yeah, regular league, but it's where I'm from, so let me shout out them and show them some love.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm from Alabama. Most people think I'm from Tennessee because I live in Tennessee, but no, I cannot stand the Tennessee Vols. I want them to lose every game, and I don't care who knows it.
Don't say that too loud; your neighbors might hear you.
I don't care.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I went to Tennessee schools from fifth grade all the way on, and
Mm.
I was harassed because I was an Alabama fan, and I'm not shy. I've never cared. So,
No.
your favorite band, with any genre, it doesn't matter.
My Chemical Romance.
That's a great band. Mine
Yeah.
is Queen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Queen is inherently better than My Chemical Romance, but My Chemical Romance did a lot for me growing up. Either that or Nerd, if you consider Nerd a band.
Okay. Your favorite genre of music?
Or Gorillaz. My favorite genre of music would be I feel like I haven't found it. I always have a deep love for hip hop because of who I am. But at the same time, I had this like a good like 5 years of my life where I just continuously just focused on EDM and what was going on in that world. And
Mhm.
that was like probably the most difficult part of my life, so like how much that music did for me, it'll always have a place in my heart. But
Right.
there's new genres and stuff that I'm really into, or genres that are being re-innovated. Like I've been listening to Pink Panthers. She does like drum and bass, but not like in a electric way. It's a lot more melodic, although she has like highly auto-tuned vocals. But it's just I don't know. It feels like I'm listening to a computer. I also
Uh-huh.
listen to AI generated, not AI generated music. What am I thinking? But it's like this new genre where people input words and tones into a computer of what they want it to say. And there's this one called Yami,
Uh-huh.
and she is incredible. It's not her, it's the producer, obviously. But I'm a fan of like a robot in music. It's so
My favorite genre is R&B
Mm.
with hip hop at a very close second. But I love most genres. I love rock. I love pop. I love I love worship. I even listen.
Gospel music is definitely in my top 5.
Huh?
I said gossip.
Uh-huh.
Gospel music is in my top 5. I know there's a difference between worship and gospel music.
Right.
But the soul,
yes,
inside of gospel music, the chords that they choose, it's like they don't even gotta say anything. The second that you hear the chords, you're just like,
yeah. That the organ, there's no, it's beautiful. And I even, of course, I listen to some country. Not a whole lot. My son hates country music, but
I don't hate country music. I think I grew a distaste for it because that's all my grandfather would listen to. But I don't hate country music. I listen to I like Darius Rucker, fire. Carrie Underwood, fire. Carrie Underwood is my favorite.
I watched her win American Idol.
And I miss when Taylor Swift used to do country.
Yeah. I like a lot of country. I like the older country and the newer country.
Yeah.
Blake Shelton. I like Blake Shelton.
Some of my favorite country is Haiti, Jamaica. Canada's pretty cool too. Not I was trying to get you to laugh, my bad.
Why? I was thinking, is he serious? Okay, your favorite music artist, any genre?
Any genre? Zed. From Zed. Yeah, he makes EDM. He made an album that changed my perspective. He made an album that was so good at a time in my life, in my teens, where I was like suicidal. But it was so good that I was just like, yo, if I would have off myself yesterday, I wouldn't have heard this album. So I have album like now what I do whenever I get really sad, I look to see whatever albums are coming out next, whatever movies are coming out next. Like I just look for these things because it gives me something to look forward to.
Right. Mine is Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah. I have an artist that I think is better than Michael Jackson, and people just completely laugh me out of the room every time.
Who?
Soulja Boy. No, nah, I'm joking. Shout out Soulja Boy, but I would say Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder's amazing. He's absolutely. I love Stevie Wonder.
On him though, like his ability to make concise albums. Like I feel like Songs in the Key of Life is better than Thriller, Bad, Purple Rain, every Beyonce album, and that's no disrespect to any of those artists. They're all
right.
I feel like this one album is just like so cemented and is so amazing from beginning to end, almost not even a skippable moment.
Right. I like my favorite Stevie Wonder song is "I Just Called to Say I Love." I love that song. I love that song so much. And he said, and there's not many songs with April in the in the song, and he says, "No April rain, no flowers bloom."
Yeah, I think my favorite is probably Sherry and Moore.
Yeah, that's a great one. But yeah, I love Stevie Wonder too, but I don't think he's better than Michael Jackson, respectfully. I named my son after Michael Jackson, actually. He was born on Michael Jackson's birthday, so I named him Jackson after Michael Jackson. So
wow, that's so sweet.
Yeah. Your favorite comedian?
Dave Chappelle.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love him. I love him so much. I'm doing comedy now on TikTok. And I'm having an absolute blast. I absolutely love it. I'm addicted to it. I've done many Dave Chappelle bits, and I love Cat Williams, Kevin Hart, Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, Bernie Mac. There's so many. I love comedy so much. Bill Burr. I love comedy. I have such a deep love for comedy. It helps me a lot with my depression too, doing that. I love making people laugh, and I have a blast doing it.
What's your favorite stand-up of all time? I'm gonna have to go with Raw by Eddie Murphy. That is my favorite.
That is a damn good one.
Mm-hmm.
That is a damn good one. I also love Pimp Chronicles by Cat Williams.
Classics, yeah.
That where he did I did that bit on TikTok, the tiger bit, where he gets behind, crawls behind the stool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just I love comedy, stand-up comedy so much. I love it so much.
My favorite Cat Williams joke is the one where he was talking about going to like a Hollywood party and they was like doing drugs and stuff, and he's just like looking at him like, "Did you know that I can see you?" Like he's incredible. Like nobody can even retell his jokes with the same energy that he gives. It's such
right. And the one where he plays Every Day I'm Hustling by Rick Ross, and he talks about, like, if you worked at McDonald's and you were the only person working and they played that song and you get an order, and then he puts the mic down and they play the song and he starts walking around like he's making the drinks, and then he takes a drink out and then he walks and then he's like stirring, doing the fries. Like, it's just, I love it so much. I love them all, though. Bernie Mac, to me, though, is a legend. I absolutely love Bernie Mac. Milk and Cookies. I'm going to get some milk and cookies. I did that bit, too. I've done so many of them. I love them so much. Okay. Your favorite TV show?
Currently, Curb Your Enthusiasm. I've slept on it for so long, and right now I'm trying to watch it from beginning to end. New season just dropped though. I'm on season, I think 4 or 5, and it's just so funny. Like there's even uncomfortable situations in there that are so uncomfortable that I'm forced to laugh out of uncomfortability. Like
I haven't ever watched it.
You gotta get into it. I must say there are some jokes on there that are a little bit triggering, but the good thing about the triggering jokes are, as I said, you'll be so uncomfortable that you'll be like, yo, they didn't just do that or just say that. Like, what?
Look, trust me, I grew up on the Chappelle Show, and like I said, I do the stand-up comedy bits. I've watched, Robin Williams, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. It's hard to make me. I don't take offense to many jokes when I know it's comedy. You know what I'm saying? When I know it's told in a comedic way, it's very difficult to offend me. You know, the only thing I really don't like is if people joke around like about cancer just because, obvious. Now, I've heard there's been plenty of people like in the song Forever with Kanye and Drake and Eminem and Wayne, the bald bar, stuff like that don't really bother me.
Yeah, that's more of a analysis than
it's just it's like a metaphor or whatever. So that don't bother me. But when someone is just making light of cancer, that bothers me. Addiction it depends on the joke. You know what I mean? I can tell if it's someone who understands and is educated on addiction, and then I can laugh about it. But if it's someone who's just doing it at someone at like addict's expense, you see what I'm saying? There's a difference, like
I mean, I like comedy that makes me process something that I didn't think was funny and make it funny.
Yeah.
Like I mean, although I'm a little mad at Louis C.K. for things that he's done, he had this one joke like back in the day where he was just like where he was talking about the N-word. And I'm not really pro comedians using the N-word, white comedians using the N-word. But he was saying like I don't like usually say it like or anything, but like sometimes it just pops up in your head. And I was just like obviously thinking like, what do you mean? Like I immediately got serious, like, oh man, is he about to ruin this whole stand up for me? But then he said he went to Dunkin' Donuts and got a coffee and then walked out, took a sip and was like, yo, this nigga made the shit out of this coffee. And I was like, wait, what? And then he said, and the dude wasn't even black, he was Indian.
You know what?
So, jokes like that like make me feel less serious about something that I usually take seriously. I don't mind if it's good enough, you know?
Right. One thing that I don't like that I've noticed happens every day, all the time on TikTok. And I find myself even like, because I'm constantly looking for comedy bits to lip sync.
Yeah.
And I'm a perfectionist when it comes to it. I want to get every ad lib, every mouth movement, like it has to be before I'll publish it. But the black comedians that say the N-word,
hate a lot.
Yeah. Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, they say it quite often. I don't lip sync that. Like if it's in a bit, and like the black female comedians like Leslie Jones, some more, they say it often. And I just did a bit the other night by Leslie Jones where she said it like 4 or 5 times. And I'm like, what? And I just did my mouth, which I've never said the N-word, like even in rap songs, and I guess because my whole life, I've just always just never rapped along with the word or anything like that. It's easy for me, like in a rap song, I know when it's coming. So like if I cover a song, or if I do, like with Merkham's little Spit Your Game challenge, he said that word. And, I ended up winning that challenge and I didn't lip sync that word at all. But most of the white people on TikTok that lip sync comedy bits
do
it.
Rip, yep.
And it dry. Like, I'm not even an African American, and it makes me so angry.
Yeah.
And then I go to the comments to look to say, has anybody checked this bitch? You know what I'm saying? Because I even feel like it's not even my place to check somebody because, but
I mean, on the contrary, I think if white people checked more white people about it, it would happen less often. I think because black people are the ones usually checking people on it. Some white people take that as like, oh, you're just triggered, you're just offended or whatnot. It's just a joke. But I think if, everybody held everybody accountable, like, how men should hold other men accountable and be like, hey, don't be a pervert. That girl's too drunk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like yeah, it's the responsibility of all white people to, make all white people look good.
Right. And well, I didn't, because sometimes it's hard as a white person to know
Mm,
when it's your place to say something and when it's not.
mm,
I there was a situation, I'm not gonna mention the situation, it's because it's people we all know.
mm,
Um and I involved myself and I shouldn't have. And I regret doing it. So after that, it, I'm very hesitant because I don't want to look like I'm putting myself in a position that I shouldn't be putting myself in, or that I have no business putting myself in. But now,
yeah.
last night, I don't know what got into me, but I commented on several of their several people's videos and said, "Why are you lip syncing that word?"
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, and I'm from the South, which there's a lot of, unfortunately, racism.
Mm.
And maybe that's why I'm like that, but it just disgusts me. And I don't see how any white person who's not racist can see or think that's okay. I just don't, my mind can't process how, even if you're just saying it not in a racist way or an offensive way, to me it's still just
I mean, it's all about being educated. Like, just like realize a lot of people are offended or hurt by something you did, and educate yourself. For
right.
example, Dave Chappelle, after many people came up to him and said like, "Yo, I felt like you're transphobic and homophobic and stuff," he's at least talked about it in his specials and said like he's took the time to evaluate himself and take the initiative to try to learn about these people and love these people and experience experiences with these people. Um, and that's the way that we're able to learn. We have to, hear, listen, analyze, and progress.
Right. Right. And Dave did you watch The Closer?
Yes, yeah, almost
i,
cried.
I did too. And, matter of fact, I did. um you know I made a whole video. I put it on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, that I would cancel my subscription to Netflix if they cancel Dave Chappelle.
Mm,
And I said, um, the people who are saying the things negatively about him obviously didn't watch the entire show or really take the time to listen
mhm,
to what he was saying, because there was nothing that I
mm,
thought was transphobic in it. I mean, he talked about Daphne and how that was his friend, and then what tragically happened. He made a joke out of it and said she would have loved that joke. And he talked about how heartbroken he was. And I'm just like, why is that part being left out of the conversation? You know,
it's because everything on the internet has a magnifying glass.
right?
So like the reason that we have so many people like saying you can't cancel Dave Chappelle, no, and they're so angry and riding for Dave Chappelle is because the internet has made us believe that there's so many people out there who want to cancel him. There's not.
Right.
It, from what I know, no transgender person has came to me and talked to me about how they feel about Dave Chappelle. They don't care.
Me neither.
At least from what I've I've seen. There may be somebody out there who cares, but I'm saying that the internet amplifies certain opinions. For example, the internet amplified the idea that Donald Trump was like just the worst thing ever. I mean, he was,
Right.
but it was amplified and magnified, and it made it so there's so many different people, young people who are just like, nah, we don't rock with him. But nobody was just like, there's not that many people that was just like, fuck Donald Trump, he needs to die and da da da. Like there wasn't anybody really saying that. And then, but there would be one person that says that, and then it's magnified, and then it's
Right.
timeline time and time again. And then everybody who's a Donald Trump supporter is like, how could you say that? This is the problem with all of you Democrats, all of you liberals.
And see, that's one thing I hate, and I've said that many reactions, is I hate it when people will judge an entire group.
Yeah, generalizing. Yeah.
Based on a few or one bad.
Yeah.
I don't care what the group is. What are your biggest influences and inspirations when it comes to music?
I would say God in life.
Okay. And what about human beings though? Who are your biggest?
I would say every human being that I interact with. Not that I try to utilize anybody around me, but I get inspiration out of everything that I hear and see.
Okay. All right. New album.
Yes.
New Liddy. 15 songs. A lot of features. I'm excited as hell. November 26th. Correct?
Yes. Yep.
Talk about it.
I'm in this world on my own. You know?
I love you so much, Simon. I love you so much. That was amazing.
that was a little sneak peek. That's a song with Denon. But yeah, it's different. It's different this time around. It's just different. I don't want to say too much.
Right.
I feel like I personally hate watching trailers. If this movie that I heard that's coming out that I heard the plot of and I want to see, I ignore and avoid all trailers.
Yeah.
I know not everybody else in the world is like that, and I have to figure out ways to promote it. But this album, you just kind of want to go in blind and experience it.
I can't wait. I'm definitely getting one. You already know that. And I'm looking forward to every song, obviously. Obviously, you know, I reacted to Good and Evil. I see there's an extended version of Good Night. I'm very excited about that. Of course, excited about the Denon song called Forward. And then I see my girl Lex.
Yes.
The GOAT, Lex.
In there on Demon Time. She was like, she wasn't playing around, yo. And you know what it is? I think I don't know if I've had this conversation with Lex. Hopefully she don't take offense to it. She knows my heart. But when I sent my verse into her, she did her verse first, and I went extremely hard because I'm like, this is Lex. I'm not playing around, you know? But I think that since I sent her this track, she was just like, it's my turn.
Watch this.
But I didn't even have my verse on the song yet. I only had like 4 bars, and she like verse of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Lex is amazing.
You remember when Nicki Minaj did her verse on Monster?
Yes.
All that everybody was talking about when My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy dropped. She's about to have a monster moment. I assure you that.
That's my other one I'm looking very forward to, and one that stuck out to me is the Watch Your Mouth freestyle. That one stuck out to me. I don't know why, which I love freestyles, but just those three stuck out to me. No disrespect to anybody else that's on. I see Carly X is on it, which she's amazing. And some of the people I don't know, so I'm looking forward to hearing them. I'm just looking forward to this album, and it looks amazing. I love that it's got 15 songs. I come from an era where there's 15 to 20 songs on an album, so I love that. And Intensify, that's the good and evil one. But man, Simon, it's just not coming soon enough. Like I can't wait. Are you I'm sure you are, but are you gonna do any music videos to these songs?
Yes, there's one on the way. I'm supposed to be getting a draft of it today. There's another one that I have planned that will be done pretty much as soon as it's filmed. It doesn't need much editing. And there's one that I'm filming in California. You can guess with who artist, but don't guess live.
I'm not. But, yeah. I got you. I can't wait. I can't wait. And do you know what kind of vibes I got when I heard that little sneak peek a while ago?
What?
And I hope you don't take offense to this, but when I very first heard it, it reminded me of Kanye.
Why would I take offense to that?
I don't know. You don't never know what people would take offense to.
No, I'm honored to be. Look, I'm inspired by Kanye. In so many different ways, what he's done for just seeing him take it to so many different new levels. I don't look to follow Kanye and do everything he's did. I look to learn from it and amplify it.
What's the song? It reminded me of this song right here that I just watched. Matter of fact, last night on Instagram. Right here. A little bit for some reason.
Oh, okay. Love that song. But before YouTube tries to take the monetization of this video. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
But fun fact.
I can edit it.
No, don't even worry about editing it out. I talk over it. But I didn't even hear Donda. Every song on this album was done before Donda.
Well, it gave me Donda vibes.
So maybe me and Kanye are on the same wavelength right now.
Like just the music and the sound. The sound gave me Donda vibes. And I haven't even I'm gonna be real with you. I haven't listened. That's the only song I've listened to on Donda.
I would say listen to it. It's worth your time.
I want to react to several. It's just I've had so much going on in my life with my health and everything that I'm so behind on reactions and stuff.
I mean, but you look a lot healthier than you did a couple of months ago.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look like you're revitalized.
Yeah. Thank you. That means a lot.
Of course.
Like a whole lot. Do you ever plan like on going on tour?
Yes, I do. I just am waiting on my big moment.
Gotcha. Would you ever sign, which I saw a tweet, but would you ever sign to a label?
Yes.
That was immediate. Yes.
As long as the contract is right, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ever recognized in public?
Yes.
Like a lot, or?
It depends on where. Hometown, I can't even get all the way down the main street of my town without being recognized by probably like 8 people.
That's amazing. I have a very small city, which again, I live in the country, and probably most of the people around here don't watch reactions. So, which everybody knows who I am here anyway, just because everybody knows everybody. But it's not one of those things where people are like, "Oh, there's April G." Like that's never happened to me ever. But it's not a big deal because I know my town and why. So, what does it feel like to know you are people's inspiration?
It feels like a goal completed. The first single that I dropped on iTunes, it's not there anymore, but the first single I dropped on iTunes was called Live to Inspire.
That's awesome. Has YouTube helped your career?
Most definitely, just like any other platform.
What big names have recognized you, shouted you out?
Denon Porter, Fetty Wap, Arsenal, the battle rapper.
Oh, I know who Arsenal is.
Jid, Pineapple City, Quedeca, can't really think of. Redman. That was
Damn.
Redman is from the same state that I'm in. So, I got up on stage, did my thing, and he was there, and he was just like, "Yo, you killed that." So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's super honorable. Speaking of just Jersey in general, Do It All, from Lords of the Underground, Tretch from Naughty by Nature, or just Naughty by Nature in general. Actually, shout out.
I love Tretch.
Yeah, Tretch
is one of Eminem's favorite rappers.
Yeah, he loves saying your favorite rapper's favorite. KRS-One, that was recently.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'm the more I'm going through this list, I'm like, yo, I'm actually like really, really blessed.
Yeah.
I don't know if we talk about I don't talk about every time that one of these people
right
me, because it's like I'm not like the gloating type. I like to just hold on to moments for myself until I'm asked about it, Tech Nine, looking at your post, I realized that. Crypt. Who else? Fatal. Well, the whole Outlaws. Like all of the Outlaws that's living and also Fatal before untimely demise. All of them rock with me.
That's awesome. My biggest one has been Tech Nine, music wise, and then Eddie Griffin, the comedian, who I love him too. He posted me on his Instagram.
That reminds me of a kid from Kid and Play. We follow each other. Kid from Kid and Play. We follow each other.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eddie Griffin posted me on his Instagram, which was cool. Cheryl Underwood, the comedian, posted me and followed me, which was awesome. And DL Hughley posted me. You're the first person I've asked to do this. Would you be willing to freestyle for me?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, let's go. Oh, I love it.
Oh, right now?
About anything. Right now.
Give me a word.
A word? Oh, you're going to do a Harry Mack type thing? Just one word?
Yeah, if you want, I'll read the, go to the chat box on Zoom.
Okay. I think I got it. Just one word, or what do you want me to do here?
So I'm going to freestyle, and I need you to just type words while I'm freestyling.
How often?
Every 4 bars or so. Or just keep typing random words, and I'll just keep going as far as I can. But not too fast, because then I'll get distracted and probably mess up. I'm going to mess up.
I'll probably get distracted by you freestyling anyway, forget to type words.
All right, type up a word. I'm ready.
Well, I'm gonna start out and be selfish. I don't care. It's not one word, but whatever.
All right, here we go. It's time for me to open the freestyle and devour. I told him that I'm really clean like Abel G showers. That's a bar. All you dudes I devour for hours. You dudes are cowards, and I had to go to the top of the tower. And I ain't got a beat on. But yeah, it's hard to do it without a beat.
But you can put a random beat on if you need to.
I will. I will do that. I will legit.
I've already got my other word ready.
Wait. Well, hold on. Let me just put something together real quick. Can you hear that?
Yep. Sounds like a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you over there in your producer bag.
A little bit.
By the way, at Crip's Cookout last year, watching you do your whole producing thing was absolute. You probably didn't even know, but I was watching you like a hawk.
Really?
Like doing the little foot pedal thing. I don't know what the hell all that is, but you were doing the foot pedals, and I'm like, gee, he's doing harmonies, he's doing ad-lib, he's doing all, like, holy shit. Like, I was just like, wow. I was amazed.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Because I know nothing about production, obviously.
Well, I mean, you have time to learn if you wanted to.
Well, I mean, I don't want to learn how to produce. I just, if people are being honest about they think I can rap and not just blowing smoke up my ass, then I definitely want to pursue that. I just don't know.
They say that people are blowing smoke up your ass, but I mean,
I feel like people think, oh, she's an older woman, so I need to be respectful and be nice.
What about being respectful? When you submitted something to my what's the name? I told you what you could have did to be better, you know?
Yeah.
You're not like the most, illest MC
No.
to touch earth, but everybody starts somewhere.
I'm proud of pain music.
Oh, that's a nice snare. Okay.
Hey, let's go.
Okay. Give me a word.
Oh.
Yo. All right. Yo. Shout out to April Dree and all my wait. Let me get it back. All right.
You're good.
Yo, shout out to April G and all my women friends. Shout out my favorite rapper, his name Eminem. And when you ask who the greatest, you say Samad and Savage, that's him and him. And I'm just getting in like a gremlin, I'm a monster. Told him that I gotta stop ya. Oh gosh, it's a word that's really hard to rhyme with, but it's cool as long as I do it in perfect time and with rhyming like ramen noodles. Y'all know I'm about to do something foreign. Pulling up like I had to go pull the door hinge to get up in there in this orange car that I'm riding in. Damn, this is harder than I thought.
Freestyle is hard as hell.
Yeah. I'm
off the dome.
All right, let's try it again. Continue. But try like words that are like orange. Multiple.
Okay, I'll do it.
I hope you know. I'm the illest, and I hope you know how many rappers did I kill. Multiplo. You know I had to go with open flows, and I'm about to go and kick it like open toes. No sandals, nothing that I can handle. Who's you? You knew that I blew like a crip in the street, but who are you? I see you is where you end up messing with dude. You knew that I had to go and just kill it till I get a cramp and work hard. And I'm about to shine like a lamp wearing gold yard. Ooh, this dude is so hard. Pause. Yo, now that I'm like, oh Lord. Don't know where to go next. I need another word to rhyme. Okay, that's the fact. Alright, cool. Gotta do something simple and just play it smart. And you know that I'm the brightest, I ain't really in the dark. Anybody wanna try me, they don't really want parts. And like a dog, I'ma bark, but bite first. First, you know that I get hype first, and it's a hype verse. And I'm the illest, no kidding. These niggas pussy, no kidding. Oh, go religion. Shout out to people that's worshiping Christians and Muslims. And do what I do in it, take it where I take it. About to pull up and blow up like I vaped it. No traces, no relations. PlayStation 5 over here and we live. Oh, just added a snare, the vibes back, and it's all off the head. You can see these niggas sleep on me like they in the bed, and I ain't got no motherfucking regrets, and you know that I'm here. If you look under the cap, you see it there, I'm hitting like the snare, and I don't really care, and life is unfair, but it don't really matter, I do what it takes. I'm tired of the phony and I'm tired of the fake. I'm trying to get my money up to Bill Gates, and also have a gate so the money you can't take, and what it takes to go to the next bar. I don't know, I'm scrolling up and I don't see one, y'all, but you know that I'm dumb hard, and every single thing I do, yeah, I come hard. Nor porno, it don't matter cause I'm really on your globe. I'm in your world, the world is yours, and you can tell that I do it like chores. And I'm rapping to the beat. You can tell everybody in the room is like sheesh, and I never really put MCs to sleep unless they're sleeping on me, but that's usually what they be doing, and all the headphones is on. You can see I'm really doing it like Voltron, but that don't rhyme with headphones, so let me go back. You know I gotta head home, so it's brought back. Aw, snap, I'm on top. These niggas really moving like robots, but I ain't really no Robocop. Fuck Fub, and you know that it's so hot when I'm spitting, doing what you're not used to. Gotta type it in like going up on your computer. And you can see that I pulled up like an Uber. And you can see that I got the drip like it's scuba. So mean, chilling with the bar queen. April G showers, and she go hard. You could tell that she got so many damn bars, and she got a lot of drive like a damn car. And you know I'm going damn hard. It don't matter cause these niggas ain't worthy. Everybody be dirty and I'm flyer than a birdie. And you can ask where I'm from and I'ma tell you New Jersey. None of these niggas can hurt me cause I swear they ain't worthy. And you know I be with God like where the church be. And everybody wanna try him and then like hearse please, because he gotta die. Oh, and that's a homicide. Yo, but niggas don't wanna come and try me cause I'm really that ill MC. And the only way you have a top 10 is if you got 10 of me. So it's like, how many is some odds? 10 I see. Damn. Yo, keep it going. I'm ready. Y'all only got a few views. Can't even find your name scrolling on YouTube. I feel like I had to ask like, yo, who's who? Cause you dudes are really whack, like a few dudes. Ooh, and you can tell that I'm in this shit. I blew up, but I'm not in the Crips. I said something like that, so it was ignorant. But it don't really matter, cause I know that I'm the shit. Who's me? That dude be doing it truly. And you can see that I'm getting green like 2 leaves. And shout out my brother from Philly, Koofies. You know that he be doing things that's never too weak. But you know I gotta do it. You know I really did it. You know I'm so reclusive. You know I really hit it, and I got it with the hits. If you try to rush me, I'ma hit him with the blitz. And I had to go and switch, and I had to go and just work the script like script work flipped. And you know I'm up in this bitch, and you know that I'm going up in and you know that I'm not a foot tall. I'm like 5 foot tall plus an extra 8, but it's no football. The way I kick it or pass it, what's the difference? I'm still balling, and I'm better than all them. Going off like a Martian or Marshall. It don't really matter when I'm sparking partial. Had to bring it back. Yo, 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 yo. Catch the body, then I put it in the trunk. I vote for Obama, you voted for Donald Trump. It don't really matter, cause everybody's a chump. And you know that I gotta keep it like a blunt. That means that I'm with all the smoke. Of course, until the corpse. When I'm dead, in the force. Like Star to the wars. Alright, yo. Every time a nigga do it, he make headlines. And I'm the best, it's like Tech 9. That means I can kill him with the fast flow. Niggas try me, but I ain't really been an asshole. I'm just more an a-hole, spit like volcanoes. And I got the flame flow, like Lil Wayne in 08, bro. You could tell that he not really in the anal, but he's a pain in the ass, okay though? Yo, you could tell I really be that dude who be truly running up and doing everything so smooth like a smoothie. How smoothly he does it. Shout out to Toon Chief, that wasn't the word that I was supposed to rhyme with. It's actually next to this, and that is glasses, but it's not really cool unless it's a bar, so I see through them like that. Nah, I couldn't even make that shit work though. It don't matter, cause a nigga still got a new flow, and you could tell that he do it like this, and you can hear every word that be coming out his lips. Hold on, let me get a grip. Let me think inside the brain and do everything like this. I rhyme this with this, it don't matter. Need to throw it off and splatter on the ground. How hard he? Samaj Savage, he a barb, but not a Barbie. Cause he fuck with Nicki Minaj, but he ain't faking plastic on E. Damn, that ain't even wrong. It don't really matter. Holy mother, I'm about to go and just add up a lot of... I can't do it. I tried.
You did do it. What are you talking about?
That was so bad.
No, it wasn't. That was amazing. I love it. I can do that all night.
You caught me on like 2 hours of sleep, so I don't feel that self-conscious about it.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I had fun.
Thank you for doing that. That was amazing. I couldn't do it.
But I wanted to actually freestyle. Like a lot of people be like, "Yeah, I can freestyle," and then they'll spit something they definitely wrote. I was like, "Let me actually freestyle."
Yeah, that was cool. That was like a Harry Mack type thing. Shout out Harry Mack.
Yeah, I haven't checked them out. I keep hearing his name.
Oh my, bro. Check out either Harry Mack Omegle Bars 45.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one
There's 45 of them now? Dang.
No, there's over 50 now. But 45 was a good one. I reacted to it. And the next one I'm about to react to is 52 because that's the one everyone spammed me with 45 and 52. So I reacted to 45 already. It was amazing. And I'm about to react to 52 soon. So I hadn't heard it yet. But I heard it's amazing. So it's a blow your mind. Next question. We got 4 more and we're done. If you could rid the world of one thing, what would it be?
Lies.
I'm trying to figure out how to get this chat
closed.
Got it. All right. Lies.
Mm-hmm.
Mine would be hate. I would rid the world of hate.
I think hate is a natural emotion. We have to have things to hate.
Or we couldn't feel love.
Yeah.
Right?
Not only that, but we should hate murderers. We should hate rapists. We should hate pedophiles. We should hate. There's certain people that are you maybe should hate. You know what I'm saying?
But if there was no hate, would there be murderers and pedophiles?
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, because there would still be lust and stuff like that. So.
Yep. Yeah,
that's a good point. Okay, what is your biggest goal for your life and your biggest goal for your career?
The biggest goal for my life is to get into heaven. And the biggest goal for my career is to change many people's lives for the positive.
Awesome.
I'll often I don't think I have the exact power to save anybody's life. I always feel like it's an accumulation of things. People just use that term vaguely, but I always ask God to help me to be the light to inspire and the light to bring people to Him in any kind of way.
You want to be a vessel.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh, I love that.
Thank you.
What is the biggest piece of advice you would give to someone who wants to start a YouTube channel and or music career?
Don't quit, because the very second you quit can be the second that you blow up.
And last question, are there any announcements or shout outs that you would like to make?
Yo, shout out my moms, because she just did an amazing job just as a parent, and everything that she didn't do good at, she made it so I learned from her mistakes, and I really appreciate her. I wouldn't be who I am without her.
Yes, she did do a good job.
And shout out to my pops. We don't talk that much, but what I can say is, anytime that I call him, he picks up the phone. I wish he would call me as often as I tried to call him in my life, but
Right.
some fathers don't even do that much. And although his best wasn't enough for me, I know he tried his best, and that's the reason why he's in my life today. Shout out to my wife for just saving me.
Love you.
Yeah, shout out to her for saving me from, being a drunken porn star. I feel like that's probably where I would be at in my life.
How long have y'all been together?
We've been together for the past 5 years.
That's a good long while.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. And shout out to God for not, giving up on me.
He'll never give up on you.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, announcements.
Oh, yeah. Announcements. All right, so check this out. I just want to announce this. It is coming November 20. I forgot my own date. I'm literally uploading, like, I ended up doing this interview while I was uploading the album. So it's definitely coming out. It's 100% done. I'm not touching anything. I've touched too much.
That's a beautiful cover.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Love it. I love it.
Thank you.
November 26th, y'all. Make sure you get it. Samad Savage, Duo Liddy.
Yay! And we back. Oh, wait. We back.
So thank you again, Samad, for the amazing interview. I mean, my series is called An Hour with April G. Showers, but everybody who knows me knows I'm always over time. I never can shut up. But thank you for everything. This was like an interview and a therapy session all in one for me anyway. I appreciate you. I know you're very busy, especially with your new album coming out. It's an honor to interview you. I'm still so very grateful I got to meet you in person last year. That was amazing. Hopefully one day we can all get together again, because that was a super awesome time.
That'd be fire.
I am so happy for you and proud of you. You are a huge inspiration. As I said to Crypt and Script, where there are many people on this platform that inspire me. And you are definitely one of them. I said a few months ago that I wanted to start doing these interviews. But, like I said, I'm my own worst enemy. And so, but I finally did it, and I'm glad I did. And, the fact that someone like you, someone like Crip, would take the time to talk to someone like me is very humbling and truly an honor. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you for using your platform to shine the spotlight on independent artists.
And I always will. And you know, I made a vow when I started my channel, even though I knew nothing about what I was getting into, that number one, I would always be April, and always good, bad, and ugly. And I feel like I have stayed true to that. If I cry, I cry. If I don't, I couldn't be fake if I wanted to be fake. So, and then another thing is, no matter how big my numbers may or may not get, I will always support independent artists, whether they have 100 subscribers, 100,000, or a million. I don't care. While I know people highly respect numbers, and numbers do matter. And I've been trying to hit 10K forever. It seems like I'm never gonna get there. I just know it's in God's time. But to me, we all start somewhere, and the person that's at 1 million once had 100. And I feel like a lot of people, not everybody, but there are a lot of people that once they get to those bigger numbers, they forget, that they were once at those smaller numbers, and forget about the smaller people, and I vow to never, ever, 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 ever do that, because I know what it feels like. So, yeah. So thank you again, and get you some sleep.
Of course.
And this was absolutely amazing. Thank you for Freestyle. That was awesome. But thank you again. I'm gonna shut up. Thank you again. Y'all make sure to please click on the link in the description box to Samad Savage's YouTube channel. Subscribe if you're not already. Don't forget his album Duo Liddy is coming out November the 26th. I can't wait. And you can pre-order it
on my website,
on his website, samadsavage.com. And so be sure to do that if y'all can. And Samad, thank you. It's been an honor.
Of course. I'm honored to be here. And everybody, make sure you drink some water today.
I won't, but yeah, y'all do that. I hate water. I can't drink water. But and y'all comment below y'all's thoughts. Please like this video on your way out. It's a lot more important than you think. Please subscribe to my channel. And again, please click on the link in the description box. Subscribe to Samad's channel. And yeah, I guess that's it, y'all. April G Squad, this month. Love y'all. And we'll see y'all in just a little bit. Peace out.